Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor and I am behind schedule. I got back from out of town and I've been trying to get some things done. I had to put some video of my son's pitching together so that we could get that out and show it to some of the coaches and all. And that is the way things are around here. We've got some XRP price movement. We're up at 268. We were about to get to 270 a bit ago. Remind you again, focus on keeping your XRP safe, or whatever you're holding safe right now, because you can feel it. You can feel what's coming. I do. I'm keeping a lot of my XRP safe at my partner Caleb and Brown. You can go to xrpwealth589.com and open an account that forwards you to my page here on Caleb and Brown, and you just hit sign up today. Free institutional custody. You get your own broker that you can either talk to on the phone, or you can email them, or you can direct message them in the app. You also get the institutional grade liquidity for when the time comes when you're ready to cash out, if you cash out. This is pretty cool right here. This is Newsmax. Wait till you see this.
National debt, $348, would have purchased 1.7% of the total supply of Bitcoin at the time, and today would wipe our balance sheet clean. Imagine they've done that for Social Security too. Because crypto is worth what people think it's worth, simply because people are buying it.
Well, for now, but when utility kicks in, it'll be a different story.
Like a Prada bag that costs $50 to make and sells for $5,000, supply and demand. Could the government theoretically, take 1/5 of our annual tax revenue, which is about $1 trillion, and put it into an emerging cryptocurrency like, XRP, currently trading around?
Why would they be floating this idea?
$2.50? That would explode the value of that coin. Right now, the total market cap of XRP is $144 billion in total circulation. This would multiply its value by a factor of 8. Essentially returning the government $8 trillion overnight. Want to get aggressive, they can dump it, crash the market, buy it right back, do it all over again. Pay off the national debt by Saturday. You see, the government can't control crypto like it controls banks and the bogus Federal Reserve printing money out of thin air. Ronald Reagan famously said, that the government operates very simply. If it moves, regulate it. If it stops moving, subsidize it. If you can't do either, ban it. He didn't know about blockchain. Reagan didn't know about the fourth option. Become what you seek to control. The government's only option to actually have any seat at the table in any type of control over crypto is to participate in it. If you own it, that's great for you. It's going to be worth a ton. After all, we can just print money, buy crypto with it. That's why crypto's here to stay. It's the answer to make sure that even if we do lose a tooth on the zipper again, it doesn't matter. But more importantly, the value of that seamless zipper could be the trick to wipe out the country's national debt. Print money, devalue the dollar, explode crypto investments, sell it, wipe out the national debt, replenish the national gold reserves, fund Social Security, rapid deflation, and reset the system to before the Federal Reserve ever left the gold standard.
Almost as if it was a government plan all along, if I didn't know any better. Or maybe I do know. And then there was this one. I don't know if this is a recent video, but I didn't remember seeing it. This is J.D. Vance.
But as you know, there's a new sheriff in town because after 4 years of mistreatment and outright hostility led by Democrat regulators, lawmakers in this country have a choice. Will we lead our nation into a future of financial sovereignty, of innovation, and of prosperity, or will we let unelected bureaucrats and foreign competitors write the rules for us? And I'm here today to say loud and clear, with President Trump, crypto finally has a champion and an ally in the White House. In our administration, we understand the full potential of the digital assets industry, not just as an investment, not just as a flashy technology, but as a symbol and driver of personal liberty for all our citizens. And we are dedicated to seeing that promise fulfilled. The way that we see it, the people in this room are the digital pioneers of the American economy. And that's why our administration is doing something a little unusual in Washington. We're listening to all of you as you blaze the trail of innovation.
There you go. Now this is interesting. This is NBA star Tristan Thompson talking XRP and other things.
So many teammates, former teammates, have called me literally for the last 6 to 8 months, asking me for this information, asking like, hey, I want to get into crypto. I have this extra liquidity. I have this money. I want it to work and do something, because I don't truly believe where it's sitting right now is actually giving me the best returns or the best upside. So what I say to guys is, the advice that I'm gonna give a rookie is totally different than a guy I'm gonna give 10 years plus in the leagues, right? So for instance, with a rookie, right? You're on a rookie contract. Of course, you're gonna have to, figure out, what's your overhead gonna look like. But what I say for the rookies and the young guys, it's the money that you would spend for miscellaneous and leisure, allocate some of that money to that, right? So if out of your total contract or your biweekly paycheck, you set aside 10% of that for miscellaneous and leisure exposure. Take 5%, take half of that, and go open yourself a wallet and go do your deep dive, whether it's buying ETH, whether it's buying Bitcoin, whether it's buying Solana, XRP. Do the education research and just save that money that you would spend at the nightclub, maybe a couple nights to going to the nightclub. You're buying, a digital asset, right? Use that to start building up your honeycomb savings where you're in full control, where no one's getting a fee, no one's getting a cut, and you're basically your own CEO. And I think when I tell guys that, they feel that motivation, because I think more than anything else, athletes want to start feeling like their own boss. That's why we see like the LeBron, myself, Alex Rodriguez, Derek Jeter, Magic Johnson, right? We've all had this notion and this motivation to be.
Smart guy. He needs to be giving seminars to the NBA players if he's not already. Everything that hasn't happened in 7 years of accumulation will happen in the next few months. XRP will be very big. I agree with that. Citigroup partners with Coinbase to explore stable Coinbase cross-border payments for corporate clients. Go figure. And then this is a guy from Standard Chartered. Listen to what he says.
I think it's going to be massive, actually, and I'll probably go even slightly further than the other guys. I think we have now the tokenized cash version, call it what you like. We have the tokenized money market fund stuff. We have each of these weekend liquid now. We have a large push now already into tokenized equities. We will get Clarity Act, SEC guidelines. We'll work out what we can do in DeFi, what's legitimate, what can scale in DeFi. And I think this is all like in the next 6 to 9 months, actually. And so I think if we today have something like $30 billion in tokenized real-world assets outstanding, in 12 months we're going to be at like 300 billion. So I think you're just at that acceleration point where regulation, liquidity, and others can come together, and we can move very, very quickly. So it's equities now. It will be tokenized broader funds at some stage. Like when I talk to the real money accounts, at some stage next year, one of the main ones that possibly starts with B is going to say, okay, here's like $50 billion fund, which is now all in tokenized space. And when after that, you'll get all the FOMO from all the others doing exactly the same, right? So we're just now at that tipping point in tokenized real world asset space. And the average person will end up with a new wallet in their phone. They won't know the cash part is stablecoins. They won't know the equity part is tokenized Apple stock. They won't know the money market fund is with Biddle, right? So, and because of AI agents next year, when everyone has that as well, every time you get paid every month, an individual will be able to be super capital efficient, right? So money comes in and goes out immediately to each of these assets, and you can get in and out of them on weekends. You can do stuff in DeFi with them to get extra leverage as well. So I think we're just there now at this explosion. So actually for me, if 2025 has been about stablecoins, 2026 might be all about this, quite seriously.
Yeah, it's going to be exciting, all right. And now we got Western Union piloting stablecoin settlement rails to speed up cross-border payments and cut reliance on SWIFT. We see stablecoins as an opportunity, not a threat. Ripple used to be partnered with them. I don't know if they still are or not. And then this from David Schwartz. I can't disclose Ripple's finances beyond what's already been disclosed, but suffice it to say, Ripple is well financed Ripple's business model is to spend money in a way that allows the company to get maximum value for its stash of XRP. This is not a secret. It's sitting hard to figure out, folks. Then we got this from CZ Binance. I might get to meet Saylor in person for the first time. Then imagine putting him in the same room as Peter Schiff. Well, he's going to be in the same room with Brad Garlinghouse, and that is going to be interesting. Now, Eric Trump, I played you this video in the last video. I told you Eric Trump's saying we need to get rid of maximalism. Bitcoin maxis created maximalism, folks. And every time XRP's price surges, they go crazy and start calling us all retards and attacking XRP and Ripple and all that stuff. And I told him, I said, here's your problem, Eric Trump. The maximalism problem is the whack jobs leading the Bitcoin movement. You won't be seeing Brad Garlinghouse saying things like this. Just come to XRP Las Vegas 2026 and watch how fast the Bitcoin maxis turn on you. I dare you. You can't sit here and talk about no maximalism if you're only going to go to Bitcoin events. You can set the example, Eric Trump. This is Matt Kaiser talking ugly about Brad Garlinghouse. That's not a rabbit hole. That's a glory hole, and that's Brad Garlinghouse's pecker. I mean, really? That's one of the main pundits for Bitcoin out there. They put him on stage at all their conferences. Same guy that got on stage and yelled F Elon Musk, that guy. Okay, got more. We're going to go into the group and we'll talk about it. Go to DAIXRP.com. That's the Patreon. If you'd rather join through YouTube, click join below any of these videos. If you'd rather join through X, hit subscribe. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe, hit the like button, tell your friends and family. Here we go.